channel. My name is Lynn, and today I just wanted to come out here just to do a very quick video of how I do my heat transfer vinyl. Heat transfer vinyl is completely different from sublimation. And with heat transfer vinyl, most of the times you're kind of limited to what you can do. So I use heat transfer vinyl a lot, but for the most part, I just only use it on certain projects, like things that just require maybe one color, sometimes no more than two colors. I will, for the most part, sometimes use my heat transfer vinyl. But what I did was I went ahead and I pre-cut out my vinyl off of, I have a Cameo 4 machine. So I went ahead and I cut the vinyl out, I sized it, and then I also went ahead and I weeded it out as well. I will do a separate video showing you all how to prep your images in order to be able to be cut out, and then I will show you all how to weed it out as well, and then how to press it on to your products. But for this particular video, I just went ahead and I just did everything, and I'm just going to show you all of how I place my images on my products, and then how we press it. All right, so before we get started, if you all could please subscribe to my channel, if you all could share the page, and if you can give it a thumbs up. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our image and we're going to place it on. This is a hand towel that I'm doing. I'm making a Dallas Cowboys gift box for somebody's birthday. So what we want to do is we just want to make sure that it's centered. All right. Let's just make sure that it's centered, and just going to put it on here really good. And then I'm sorry, this is not really centered. All right, here we go. All right. And so for my heat press, I have my heat press set at 325 degrees. With heat transfer vinyl, you want to make sure that you don't set the temperature too low, and then you want to make sure you don't set the temperature too high. Because if you set it too low, it's not going to stick onto the product. If you set it too high, it's probably going to burn it. So you just want to make sure that you have it set at the right temperature. It just really depends on your heat press. But for my particular heat press, it's 325. For the most part, most heat presses is anywhere between 315 and I would say 325. So for mine, I do mine at 325. And then you don't have to press for that long either. Generally, I press mine, kind of depends, but for something like this, I probably will press it maybe for about 12 seconds. All right, so I'm going to get this set up on the heat press, and then we will get started. All right, y'all, so we're back. I have this prepped up on the heat press. So we are going to time this for about 12 seconds. And then after this press is on, I do have a separate set that I'm going to press on as well. That's of the stars, but we have to do that separately. So once we get that pressed on there, then we'll get the stars pressed on the towel, and then I'll show you all how to press those on. So I'm going to let this press on, and then we will be back. All right, you all. So this is about ready to be pulled up. And let's pull this up. And you just want to be careful because it is extremely hot. And this particular vinyl that I'm using, this is by Cricut. And with Cricut, you normally want to peel it when it's cool. If it's hot, you don't want to peel it because probably you're gonna try to peel and you're like, why in the world, is it not peeling up? And it seems like it's sticking. That's because you have to just give it a moment to allow it to cool down some, and then once you allow it to cool down some, then it'll be easier for it to peel off. All right, so let's see. Yeah, this is still pretty hot, but it's okay. Okay, it's peeling off. All right, so let's see what we have. Let's peel that off. Uh-oh, see, even I make mistakes. See, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. You have to wait, allow it to cool down, because that seed was getting ready to come up. So that's why I say you want to just kind of sometimes just give it a moment to cool down before you start peeling it off. On there. See? All right, so next what we're going to do is move this back some. All right, so next what we're going to do is I'm going to add the stars on there. I'll place the stars on. And you might see that the first line, don't worry, it'll go away. Just gotta give it a moment, but it'll go away. So but for my stars, these are my stars right here, so I'm just gonna cut around them and cut out. I'm gonna place them on there how they're supposed to go. And I'm gonna place on the towel. We're gonna get that pressed and we should be good to go. So I'm going to put these, they went right here. I'll put those there. This was just a single one. You don't really need all this excess. It's not even necessary. This one we're going to stick right here. And then have these. I'm just going to cut around. This little individual spot right here. I'm gonna cut out my excess. Don't need all that on there. And I'm gonna place that one right here. And then we have these three. Place those right there. And then we have my two big stars. These are going in the middle. Alright, so we have our have all my stars placed on here. So I'm gonna once again get this prepped on the machine, and then we will be back to press it. Alright, y'all, so I have my towel now prepped up on my heat press, and we are going to press this. Don't really have to press it too long because it's not even a lot of vinyl. I'm gonna let it press for, I'm gonna let it do for 10 seconds. Alrighty, so let's push this up. Once again, we're gonna let this cool down just for a second, just to allow the vinyl to cool down, because as you seen when I was pressing with the white, it did come up just a tiny bit, but the only reason why it did that was because I didn't allow it time enough in order to cool down. So we're gonna let that cool down just a second. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. So let's go ahead and we're gonna start just removing this little clear part, the little tape part. Let's go ahead and let's remove those off of there. Y'all be careful to not burn yourself on the plate. Oh y'all, this came out so nice. This is really nice. I like this. I like vinyl as well. Sublimation is my favorite, but I like vinyl too, because vinyl, it gives it a little bit of a different look as well. So yeah, so that is our fully pressed, that's our fully pressed towel. y'all can see that good. It came out really nice. This was a two-step process. I'm gonna move this back a little bit so y'all can see it a little bit better. But yeah, this was a two-step process in order to do the white and to do the silver. I'm gonna post a picture of this as well so you all can see it. But like I said, I will be sure to come back on here and walk you from A to Z, showing you how to do it on the Silhouette Cameo 4 with getting it all set up with your cut settings and all that good stuff. Then I'm going to show you how the Cameo cuts it out, and then we're going to weed it together. And then after we weed, then we do this process of putting it onto our product, and then putting it on the press, pressing it up, and see exactly what we have. So we will do that on one of our next videos. But please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Please be sure to share it and give it a thumbs up, y'all. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.